nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Arms Tech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
All right. What an intro, right? So for those who don't know, Metal Gear Solid is like one of my favorite series out there. The story is super convoluted. It's kind of hard to like pick up the pieces on where things are. Who is what and what is who, you know? If that makes sense. This is oh, it's gonna play again. Don't play again. Okay. I'll need to make sure to keep moving the menu then. This was... So, a little bit of backstory, right? When I was 10 years old, when I turned 10, my parents were like, hey, let's go to Toys R Us. You get to choose a video game console. Whatever you want. At the time, it was the Sony PlayStation, the first one, or the Nintendo 64. All right? And so we went to Toys R Us to get that, because that's where you went for that sort of stuff back then, I guess. Toys R Us used to have, like, insane video game sections. I got a lot of Game Boy stuff from there. But I ended up choosing the PlayStation 1 over the N64, mainly because the guy that was helping us... damn, this dude would be like 50 now. But he was helping me. It was a younger guy, but he was helping us like and talk to my parents and everything like that. He goes, the N64 uses cartridges, which you're familiar with because I had a Super Nintendo before this. I still did at the time, but and so I was used to the cartridge thing. But then there was the Sony PlayStation that was like that ran video games off of CDs. And it seemed like this new cool technology, but the guy was just like, yeah, you know, the cartridges are what you're familiar with. Sony PlayStation uses CDs, but dang it, I was just about to move it. But you need to be careful because the CDs, if you scratch them, then the games won't work anymore. And so my parents had like they turned to me and look, like, listen, if you want a PlayStation, you need to keep care of your discs, all right? You can't go scratching them because then you won't have the video games. We're not going to buy you multiple, right? This was a big deal for me at the time. And so I was like, yeah, the future is now, old man. Time to get with the world and move on to CDs. Cartridges are old. I don't want something old. I want something new. Granted, that also means I missed out on all the N64 bangers that were out there that I didn't get in my childhood. I didn't get Majora's Mask. I didn't get Ocarina of Time. I didn't get Super Mario 64. I didn't get... come on, one more. I mean, I did... I'd say GoldenEye, but like I did play all these games, but only when I went to a friend's house who had them. Super Smash Brothers was another big one. The only time I ever played that was over at Terry's house, and that was years later. So I went with the PlayStation, and the first game I got was some like really bad Star Wars game. It was a demo disc because my uncle, for that Christmas, gave me a year subscription to PSN magazine, which is PlayStation Network magazine, I think it was. And every month it came with a demo disc full of like new games and stuff like that. It was awesome. It was so good, and I got to see so many new games. And then I think I got like a Tetris game, and Metal Gear Solid was a game that my uncle bought for me. And 100%, I was scared of this game initially. I thought it was too daunting. I booted it up. I was like, what is this, like, wizardry? Like, what is going on here? Like, this game is so intense. So I didn't play it for a little while, but then I got a PSN magazine that came with a walkthrough for it. It came with a guide. And I kind of like flipped through the guide and I was like, oh, this is what I can expect. Okay, well, hold on. Let me go back. Let's pop her in and start playing it, you know? Because that was the kind of kid I was. I was like, I wanted to know what I was getting myself into before I got myself into it, you know? The unknown was really scary to me. And so got that and then booted this baby up. And boy, that was my shit for so long. I loved this series. And I played the shit out of 1. I didn't have a PlayStation 2, so I didn't play the next Metal Gear 2 that much. Only when I went over to my buddy Sam's house, where he had a PlayStation 2, and we played it over there. He played it mostly, and I kind of watched him, so I don't know that game too well. But then Metal Gear Solid 3 came out, played a shit ton of that over there as well. And then hopped back onto the train when I picked up myself a PlayStation 3 and played Metal Gear Solid 4, which was insane. There was like an hour and a half long cutscene at one point in that game. And then Phantom Pain came out and was so good. It was so much fun. And by that time I was streaming. I played Metal Gear Solid 5 on stream with you guys, however many years ago that was. And so with the new collection that's coming out in like a month or two, I think they're coming out with 1, 2, and 3. No, yes, it's Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, and Rogue Ops or something. I don't know. The PSP one. That's another one I didn't play. But I like how I say I love this series. I didn't play half of them. No, I played most of them. I didn't have a PSP. Weirdly enough, I kind of fell off the Sony bandwagon until well, never again. The first PlayStation was the one I cherished, I loved, and then everything after that, I was just like, if I have time, I'll play it. Even though I owned a PS3, PS4, and now I have a PS5. But, anyways, I thought it would be great to go through this game again, bring you people that may not have seen this series. This is the PC version that's on GOG. They have this one and the second one. The second one I was actually pulled down, but I own it because I picked it up before they took it down. But this is using the mod called Integral. You can see it there on the title screen, and it kind of just upscales things for me. I'm using an Xbox One controller. I'm playing on the PC. I'm recording via OBS. I haven't played this game in probably 15 years, so bear with me. But I want you guys to know that this game came out in 1999 and was absolutely insane for the time. It was revolutionary, I would dare say, just because of the way it was, like, I say filmed, but like the way it was shot, the different camera angles and stuff. Kojima is a fucking genius, and he always had a vision from day one, and he's a big movie guy, and this thing was like played in such a way that like you really felt for these characters. All these characters that you go against or whatever, they all have backstories and like motivation, and it's fantastic. The music's great. Everything about it is great, and I really hope that people, if you guys are still listening to me fucking 12 minutes into this video, hopefully you guys are interested in seeing this. If you've already played it, maybe you want to see it again. I'm going to try my best to go through this without any outside help. I'm pretty sure I remember how to get through things, but I kind of want to go through almost fresh again to try to see if I still got it. So anyways, we're going to start a new game. I'm going to shut up because the first intro scene is so fucking iconic to me. We're just going to watch it together. Okay, here we go. Okay. For a second, I was like, I should play on very easy because we're here for the story. We're not here to try, to do anything. I'm going to do it on normal, okay? I'm using PlayStation 1 controls where the joysticks didn't exist. Joysticks, no one even thought about using a joystick on a controller. Anyways, with your thumbs. Or triggers. I think I had bumpers on the first. I think the first PlayStation controller had bumpers, but it didn't have the triggers, if I remember right. I don't know. But still, we're gonna go through on normal. We're gonna try our little heart out and see what happens. I also don't know how this thing saves. Anyways, I'll shut up. Look at this. Just these camera angles and the music.
I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
It is liquid, yeah. Yeah. Look at him. That fucking evil villain.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly
little bit of fourth wall there.
The small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
I also wrote down people's codex frequencies until I realized that you could just go to memory and then they're just there. Anyways, welcome to Metal Gear Solid 1. That's how the game starts. We got this ominous music. We got credits on the screen still. David Hayter is the voice of Snake in this one, and honestly, he is the iconic Snake voice. There is no other. He is the man. So I gotta figure out if I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna use a D-pad for this. There's some latency here. I don't know. Maybe I could get away with using the joystick. We'll see. All right. So try to figure out controls here. So the way that sightlines work in this game is you'll see on my mini-map there, I got this like cone of vision, right, that's blinking. Even though my eyeballs can see all the way down, there can be an enemy at the end of this hallway looking directly at me. He won't see me until I'm in that cone. His cone of vision. And you'll see that on the mini-map. So the mini-map is really important to pay attention to, all right? So there we go. We got another guy there. We got another one coming up over here. He's sick. And these things right there, that shit matters. The fact that he's sick, that he's sneezing. See how he's yawning? What do you do when you yawn? You typically close your eyes, you stretch, you saw his cone of vision go away. This guy's sneezing, you close your eyes when you sneeze. The vision goes away. The cone goes away. All these little things add up, and they mean stuff. And you can use that to your advantage. And you will later on. So, anyways, that's our first person. Hello.
Snake, you have
I
to
know I
crawl
have to
to get
crawl.
through there.
I know.
First,
It's okay.
crouch down
Yeah,
by pressing.
that's okay. Be careful. I know. They're mad at me because I'm taking a long time, but I'm figuring out the controls too. How do I open up this? Okay. So you have two inventory slots. You have the left and the right. The right is going to be your weapons. The left is going to be like utility stuff, so your rations, scope, and cigarettes. I smuggled these in. That'll be a thing later on that I talk about. And we can use this scope at any point too to get kind of a better first-person view. And I think that there is a... now I got a third guy coming down because I took so long. I think that there is a zoom... Yeah, there we go. So I can zoom with this. And then I think I can hit the bumper to quick choose that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to keep that one empty. I don't got any weapons. There's my crouch. If you lean up or push up against a wall, you can knock on it to create distractions. Wait for that guy to move away. Then we're going to get up. And then, look at that. Lean up against a wall to see around there. Okay, we can't lean around the corner, but how do we punch? Okay, that's how we punch. This is how we grab. Punch, grab. Okay. I should have done my CQC training. Could probably go for that guy, but we're gonna wait for this guy to come back down. Take this slow, you know. We'll do a little knocky poo to distract someone, maybe. See how that guy over there? Obviously, this guy walking down this way should be able to see me, but he doesn't. And so we could do this.
What was that noise?
Then we could take him out. Damn it, I got caught. Alright, so we're gonna figure this out, alright? So I believe I could jump in here. Yeah, there we go. A little evasion tactic for you. Alright, so they're being lenient with us on this first one, right? That did not take long for that alert to go back away. But we got one guy out, okay? We got another guy over here who is going to... And then we flip him over. Damn it. I gotta get used to... I wanted to grab him to choke him out. But you can just sit here and just keep fighting him like that. Let's get out of here. So I gotta figure out, like when I knock them down, do I gotta get behind them to choke them? Is that how it works? I don't want to use our rations yet. Our boys turned around. Now we go. There we go. So that's me mashing X, but if I'm moving forward and I mash X, I will flip him over like I did. So we don't want that, alright? Okay, so this guy, he's yawning, goes back up, goes left. Okay, so does it come down into the middle? Also, if I step on puddles, I think that also makes noise, like a lot of noise. Also, these footprints are also stuff that they can notice. So if I leave a trail of footprints, they'll be like, huh, what's that? Okay. Alright. So, taking out all those guys. We got another extra ration right there. We are good, though. We got 2. And yeah, that's the beginning. Let's pop up into the elevator. There's also like a ton of like Easter eggs in this game. If you beat the game, you actually unlock the tuxedo, and when you're taking off your wetsuit here, you actually are undressing or into like a tuxedo. Which I always thought was pretty cool. Pretty James Bond, you know? I would absolutely kill for a Metal Gear Solid 6. Man, I just, like, Konami is just such a doo-doo company that's just holding on to the IP. It's such a good game. You guys are gonna get a legendary line here pretty soon.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
That took a long time. I guess you're feeling a little rusty.
Sorry.
It's been a while, but it's all coming back to me.
I was talking to my friends.
Suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Yeah, so they sent out some F-16s.
Behind D.
Behind D.
Colonel.
There's the line.
What's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
There goes Liquid in his Hind D. Which, I mean, they're sending out a helicopter to fight 2 jets. I don't know. I don't know much about air-to-air combat. Maybe that's a question for Alex. Just doesn't seem like a good vehicle for that, you know?
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Oh, Snake.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake.
Top secret
But,
mission, by the
I'm
way.
surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Super secret
Looks like we
line
both
to
have a lot
talk to
learn
people.
about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind
Many
the
people
legend.
listening in on this
But
call.
first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
Yeah, that'll be
First, I want
a
you to
big
infiltrate
plot
the disposal
line in this
site
is
and
gene
look for the
therapy.
DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
Current
We'll be
technology,
monitoring
how
movements by
everything is
radar,
made, actually.
So contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here
Basically
to back
what they're
you up,
saying
so
is that
call if you need some information
Our
or
radar is going to be
advice.
busted if we're
I'm also
being
in charge
spotted,
of your mission
which you saw
data.
earlier.
Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Yeah, so we call her
Remember,
to save.
Except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
Stop it!
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By
Stop.
the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How
See?
did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You
They
never
do help
know.
you. You can use them later to see lasers. Anyways,
If you wanna
Shadow
get
Moses. This is still a tutorial.
There's the
I'm not
front
playing.
door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
Pineapples or grenades. 5.56ers also, I believe, is a
What about the
remark
air
to the
duct near
ammo.
door?
5.56.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
Yeah, so this is basically just telling you how to get through like the first
I
area.
can't see it from here.
And kind of how to use your gear.
I'll
You
let
know?
you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Alright, so we have a spotlight here in the middle. You can see those two spotlights. I think those are chaff grenades in the middle. It is possible to grab them, although my success rate on getting those in the past has been pretty low without getting caught. You'll see walking through the snow, we're going to leave footprints. We can use that to confuse enemies. Because we got one guy that patrols up and down over here. Okay. That's a ration. Yeah, so what we could do here is do something like that.
Whose footprints are these?
See how you figured that out? A smart little guy. That could have been my time to strike. So the break in the neck thing is the best because you could do it like immediately. Whereas the punching technique, you see it knocks him down. And we made it. Look at that. Streamer luck. Even though I'm not streaming. So inside of there, we have another little box. But you can see we got this camera here.
A surveillance camera?
Fuck. Come on, Snake. But cameras can't see if you're right below them. Their field of vision doesn't work like that. So what we could do is pop open one of our chaff grenades here. All right. Toss it down and grab that item and move away. But first, I want us to take a little peek. We got a sleeping guy over there and another camera. So the sleeping guy should be fine. We shouldn't have to worry about him. Oh, I thought there was another room over here. But we can chaff, and maybe in the same vein, go and take out that guy in the same go. So we can try that. And how I use this is with this button. Yes. Okay, it's jammed. Grab it, stun grenades. Beautiful. Come over here. And hopefully... And we're just gonna crawl into this vent really quick. There's still stuff out there I want to get though, so we're gonna turn back around. Someone called us, but I think we'll be okay. Shit, my boy's back. Now, can I get out of here? Nope. And it's just that easy. It's just that easy to avoid them. So one way to get in here actually is to just sit in the back of this for a little bit, and then the truck will just take off. That guy in the corner will fall back asleep at some point. But we're doing all right. We'll get another ration here in a second. Let's see. What does this guy do? Whoop. We'll go back this way. Pick up a ration again. Get our 2. Fuck me, dude. So can I just sit here and spam? I can, but I'll get spotted. So we're off to a little bit of a rocky start. That's okay. That's all part of the game. Okay. So now we'll just I think actually we can sneak around underneath the camera over here. So yeah, like the one way that I went right there is one way to get in. We can just go up here too. That guy's already walking this way, so. Okay, I gotta be like right on top of him. I thought I'd have like a reach. I don't got a reach. So that's the vent that we gotta go through right there. Don't think that there's anything else over here. There isn't. Okay, so there we go. First zone done. Beautifully, might I add. Hardly any mistakes. Really, really doing a good job here.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
So that's Master.
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about
Do you guys know what a
survival
foxhole
in a
is?
harsh environment.
Ah, well, I
I've
won't
lived in
spoil it.
Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Hey, thanks, Master. Appreciate it. That was the guy who trained me. Anyways, we're crawling through some vents here, and I think I can suck up, yeah, to the vents here. This was the only part that kind of sucked with the D-pad. Press down on the D-pad and you just go straight down like this. So you can't really, like, look down. But thankfully I got a joystick here and I can kind of split the difference. Couldn't do that in PlayStation 1. I was always like, man, I wish I could see, like, what's going down in there, but all I can do is look forward. And then there's this grate here.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't
Woman?
get careless now.
Woman in the cell? Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Strange that he doesn't think that that's him. Also, he got confused by the word stealth, even though, like, that's like his whole job, you know? Anyways, yeah, if we took the vent down below, that first floor vent, we would have had to deal with, like, water and rats down there. So here's another vent that we couldn't look at beforehand. And now we can look in there and just see that there's a camera. Just to try to, like, make a mental map of, like, what's going on in here. What could be there. You know, this room. Don't see any cameras. Look down. We got a box over there in the corner. Some sweet looking computers. And I think that those are rations, which I think, yeah, we are max out on, so we can go over and try to grab it really quick. Yeah, it's a ration. No? Okay. They quick call. They didn't care. They were just gonna tell me how to get down this vent. There's a camera right there, bro.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Okay, will do. Oof. Okay, using the joystick is a little funky. Okay, wait, never mind. The camera can't see this far. So this has a 2 on it. That means I need a level 2, like, key card to get in there. Going for it. Going for it. Going for it. Going for it. Suck it. Thermal goggles, baby. You play a lot of this game by just watching the minimap. So let's look at this room. Because we have a joystick and we can do this now. So there's no one on the top floor here. We're solo up here. We got, I think there's 2 guys down below. Yeah. There might be another 3rd guy below me, but I think there's just 2. I think that's the second guy there. Yeah, and they can't see up, so they don't see me up here because, you know, PlayStation. Yeah, you don't have that sort of technology. Just like in GoldenEye, you gotta hold a whole button to like look up. Anyways. I thought that these sight lines and stuff like that, this whole mechanic, I thought this was so fucking cool. And we just cruise down the stairs here. And now we got this whole bottom floor that we can look out at. Couple of vents on the sides. I think the one that you come out of from the first floor is over here. Oh yeah, I think it's that one right there. I don't actually know if this is gonna keep me hidden or not. Holy shit.
Who's that?
Come on. The other guy is not alerted. He doesn't know anything. Look at him. A schmuck. So you actually can crawl underneath these tanks here. And like hide underneath those. More bullets, not bad. We could be using our gun, but there's no suppressor on it right now. Gosh. To try to grab him and not hold the joystick so I don't flip him over. It's like a whole thing. So we got a guy in here who is awake, I think. Typically, he's supposed to be asleep. But I think maybe the alert woke him up. So, anyways, that's this floor. Let's open up the old elevator here. Oop. Try that again. Basement 1.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Thank you. Actually, why don't I save? I love when I select them. They get super blurry.
Look at the radar.
Yeah.
Come on, Snake. You can...
Thank you. So yeah, you can see him. Send him a Morse code. Don't have a key card for that.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a...
I forgot how much they fucking give you a call. Oh, hey, by the way, if you don't know how to use a ladder, super secret stealthy man. Oh. How do I look down? Oh. Ah, there we go.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
Damn, bro. Got like bugs on the floor and shit. Ugh. Oh, full up on bullets already. Beautiful. Can't wait to waste all those. What do we got in here? Probably more bullets. Spin around. Thankfully, there isn't. If I remember right, there isn't a whole lot of vent crawling after this. But there's a lot in the beginning.
Is that a woman? Not me.
That line always confused me. Like, is that a woman? Not him. I'm attributing it to, like, is that a woman? That's not the DARPA chief, so it's not him. But, like, other people say it's because, like, sometimes they confuse... Her name's Meryl. For a man, just because of, like, how fit she is and, like, how... I don't know, how much she exercises or whatever. You could sit here and stare at her for a long time. It's really creepy.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around and...
Thank you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be that mad because, like, there was no way to learn this stuff. Like, although this game did have VR missions, where you could practice, like, stealth, fighting people, avoiding cameras and stuff like that, which kind of taught you the main way to play the game.
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
Hope you guys are ready for a lore dump.
What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
The
They
terrorists.
really have the ability to launch a nuke.
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads.
Insane to
They
think
shouldn't have
that they
access
can
to
hear
a
through the
missile.
cement walls,
Is
and the guards
classified
outside don't hear it?
Okay. We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
Metal Gear.
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. Can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
I still maintain this is the best looking Metal Gear.
It's grown into a huge joint project between Arms Tech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
The Revolution.
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex.
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping
Huge
weapons.
opening.
Hey!
Hey!
Shut up in there, will ya?
Sorry. Just appeared there. Remember, this game's also supposed to be in 4x3.
Were equipped with safety measures.
The fact that I'm playing in 16x9, you're gonna see some buggy stuff.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course. There is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to
Let's
input
continue to
2
talk by the
different
door.
passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker, the president of Arms Tech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
It was big boobies.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
You know how in Zelda where like you know what walls to blow up?
It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card.
PAN
It works
card.
together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium.
In this game, extra. It's so
As
extra.
you approach the door's security
Look at
devices,
this.
they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
What's that? Hey, what happened?
So much noise. So much noise.
Dead.
Better call an
Naomi,
ambulance.
The chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack? No,
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President
Security
Baker.
level red allows you to flirt with your coworkers. What do you think's happening? Do you think it was something good? Hello? Who's there?
Don't move!
So I
So you
believe
killed the chief, you bastard!
if you are fast enough and the dude is still on the toilet,
Liquid?
I don't think he'll have his underwear on
I'm not.
during that part.
Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
All 2
You have to take the
pixels.
safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed. What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot! What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Shoot! She did it. Goddamn scope. Quit shooting me, man. Forgot that my bullets were out. I was like, why am I not reloading? No, get down! Alright, well there's our first game over. I say first because there's absolutely going to be many. Let's get past this scene. We can get past this scene. I was trying to get used to like how to fire and do that stuff. Hey, let me out. Bam, 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 bam. Forgot there was rations under there.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
She did it. We did it. So many guards. Another iconic scene right here coming
Thanks
up.
for the help.
You're welcome.
Wait!
Just full-blown ass shot.
Who are you?
Strange enough, that's a plot point later on. That's gonna come back and help us.
I'm sorry, sir.
His mental
There's
shield
Ocelot.
was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
Also, that is happening literally in that room to the left there. She's like, I did it! I used a whole clip of ammo!
Good girl. Just like that.
Psycho Mantis terrified me as a kid. Terrified me.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
How do I get back in there? I want to get into his office.
Huh?
Oh. Dang it. I missed my chance. There's a whole other room in there. I didn't know that. Oh, man. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, that torture stuff, that was happening in this room right here. Level 6 security clearance. Okay, so I think this is where we're going to call it for the first episode anyways. We'll pick it up from here. Ooh, right. Oh, right. I can just save here. After Meryl. I think that's how you spell her name. I forgot that I'm using the GOG version. So, I will see you guys here for the next episode. Hopefully you guys like this. These are going to be longer episodes just because we don't need to drag this one out. I don't need 15-minute episodes, all right? You guys put this on while you're working, reading a book, not paying attention to it, you know, sleeping, doing balloon animals. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a like. I do appreciate it. That does let me know. I know a lot of YouTubers ask for that sort of shit. I just want to know who's engaged, who isn't. You know, maybe leave a comment about your experience with this series, and then maybe we'll keep going through these. Because I really want to play Phantom Pain again. And with the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 coming out, which is actually the main reason I wanted to play through them again. You know, we'll see what happens. Anyways, bye bye. I love you.